Roses don't have thorns. They never did. What everybody calls a thorn is actually a prickle, which is a bump on the surface of the stem. You can snap it right off to the side without harming the plant at all. Prickles developed on climbing plants, and roses were climbing plants. It sure feels like a thorn when you get stuck, but that's the kind of thing where nerds bang the table. A thorn, by any other name, still sticks into my thumb. The rose is part of Rosaceae, Rosaceae, one of the oldest flowering plant families on Earth. Apples and peaches being in that family made sense to me right away, but strawberries caught me off guard. The fruit of the rose is edible too. Rosehips are those little seed pods left after the petals drop, and they are loaded with vitamin C. During World War II, German submarines were sinking the boats carrying fruit across the Atlantic to Britain and cutting off their citrus supply. The British Ministry of Health organized a national push to collect rosehips and turn them into syrup to give to children so they wouldn't get scurvy. We have been growing roses for 5,000 years, so that should not have been a surprise to anybody. I wonder what the Britons were using for vitamin C before they could import citrus at all. I'm going to be down that rabbit hole all day. The Rose of Hildesheim in Germany has been documented growing for over 700 years on the wall of a church. In 1945, it got bombed down to the ground. The church was destroyed. The wall it was growing on was destroyed. Everything above the soil was completely gone. They rebuilt the church, and the rose came back. It's 33 feet tall now, growing up that wall with its little prickles. The Chinese and the Europeans were both cultivating roses separately for a long time. The Chinese roses were small but bloomed multiple times as long as they had nutrients. The European roses were big but only bloomed once a year. When breeders started crossing them, they were trying to get big blooms that would repeat. And from the very beginning, even 5,000 years ago, everything points to ornamental as the primary reason people grew them. I would have thought pretty would be far down the list when you were trying to feed yourself, but apparently not. NASA sent a rose called Overnight Sensation into space in 1998 on the shuttle Discovery. The scent molecules form differently in microgravity than they do on Earth, and when the rose came back, it had a completely different smell. A Japanese company synthesized that scent and turned it into a perfume called Zen. You can't verify it actually smells like the original, because to do that, you would have to go to space and find roses growing in space. Rick says that's not cost-effective. Rick, that means the company can say their perfume smells just like space roses, and nobody can call them out on it. About 20 billion rose stems are sold worldwide every year, and 250 million of those are sold in the United States in February alone. Kenya ships 125,000 tons of roses every year, mostly through auction houses in the Netherlands.